G'day guys, it's first time on camera for me because I have a very special video today. I'm Llama Bull and welcome to Krypto Kings episode 8. And I'm actually on camera today because I want to talk about a very special subject today. But before we start talking, I just want to go through the market quickly to see what's happening today. We've actually had a bit of a jump in the market. Bitcoin is trading at just on $10,000 AUD. Ethereum is at $649. Ripple is trading at 65 cents. Bitcoin Cash at $1,112.90. EOS is at $11.51. Stellar at 39 cents. Litecoin at $118.79. Cardano is at 24 cents. IOTA is at $1.47. Tether, as usual, trading around that $1.37 mark. Tron at 52 cents standing at the moment. Neo at $50. And Monero is at $103.73. And that is the market today. And I can't wait to actually come back and actually look at these videos in maybe 5 to 10 years. Because I'm a true believer in this technology at the moment and everything that's going on. Let me just put me seat up a little bit. It's better. So what I want to talk to you guys about today, and it's pretty a serious subject for me because of the potential of this coin, and that token is actually XRP. I've been trading XRP almost for 12 months now, so I've seen it rise and I've seen it fall and I've seen it do loop-de-loops and do whatever it wants to do and this and that. But I just want to have a real chat with you guys, especially if you're following my channel, and that is a token XRP. And it's mind-boggling to think, as this video says, how much XRP do you need to be well off. It's not like to say, oh, you're going to need X amount of XRP to be this rich, or it's literally going through briefly how much money is actually transferred throughout the world today or at the moment, and going, is this replaceable? Can the XRP token actually overtake what's happening throughout the world in transactions? As we know, through the NASDAQ and the ASX, financials are number one on the charts when it comes to trading. Financials are the biggest thing to trade. I like to trade other tokens as well because I think that the entertainment industry is just behind that. But the financials win hands down without me going into anything. So going over the next, say 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years, what sort of economy or what sort of future are we going to actually be looking at? And that future is a very fast moving token. And what is going to go up against Swift? And I believe hands down that the XRP token is going to go toe to toe with Swift. And I've actually got a brief look, mind-blowing facts of numbers that are gonna shock you of what I think Ripple's gonna do, and this is just the beginning for it. So if you're looking at the market today, and you're going, oh, I've bought in it, we've got a couple of guys who are trading with me, and they're like, oh, I bought in Ripple $3 or $4 or whatever it was Australian. And it's gone right back down to, it's 65 cents at the moment. We had a run up to $1.27, $1.20. Even if you bought in there, you've halved your money at the moment. But, I think the XRP community is fantastic. There's a couple of Aussies who are in the XRP community, Americans. It's a worldwide thing. This is not just a US-based a token. It's a worldwide token. And at the moment, Swift is managing a lot of these worldwide tokens. I actually have it here on my phone, what Swift does. Now, when we look over this, I want you to think about what Swift is doing when I read this out, and seriously think about, can XRP do that? And XRP will beat the transaction times. So it just goes on to say that, according to this document from the US Treasury, Swift handles about $5 trillion per day. I'm going to guess it's in US dollar. Or given about 250 business days per year, about $1.25 quadrillion a year. $1.25 quadrillion a year. Similarly, chips handled about 400 trillion per year. And Fedwire handles around 90 trillion per year. Both of these arise out of SWIFT messages. These transactions make up a large fraction of electronic transactions in the world. So it's safe to assume that the global total isn't much more than a few quadrillion dollars a year. Like you can almost like see the dollar signs in my eyes right now when I look at that myself and the potential for this thing. I'll go on. SWIFT payment messages volumes are usually around 11.5 million per day, given an average payment size of around 45,000. Though, if one considered the structure of the payment system, it's evident that there's a very wide distribution of payment sizes, so this average isn't particularly representative. And briefly, I seriously just mind-blowingly want to just talk about one aspect of that, and that is oil. Oil is one of the biggest businesses in the world, and especially for transferring funds. We have one petrol station around the corner, and you can actually read all the litres that have actually come out of one pump alone. And this is a fairly new petrol station that's come up. It's pumping, last time I remember, like this is within 12 months, it had pumped $1.8 million, one pump alone. Like we're talking about something that is vast. We're not talking about is XRP going to beat Bitcoin, and we're not even in the same like stratosphere as Bitcoin. When you read that XRP wants to go up against SWIFT, and SWIFT can't do anything to stop this because they haven't started studying and they haven't had any competition. And this is now competition. This is like me buying a house in like 1920, and it's now like 2018. So you can imagine like what sort of transactions are going to be happening in like 5-10 years. Businesses are going to be jumping on the XRP token just to transfer because boom, they can do it. They showed it on Ellen a couple of months ago how quick they could actually transfer the XRP token. They did it several seconds, you know. And with 3 to 7 business days it takes to transfer cash these days, maybe longer if you're not on the business day, if you're transferring Friday. Imagine how fast everything's going to be. You know, XRP, I feel, is going to change the world. I'm going to put a number on it. I love putting numbers on things because I love to be able to look back at my own videos further down the track with like, oh yeah, I remember saying that. But it's Thursday, 19th of July. It's coming on right on 4 p.m. in Australia, and if you have anything now of 10,000 plus XRP and up, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just throwing out my personal opinion, what I feel like it's going to be. I feel like that is going to be 10,000 XRP today. It's $100. It's a 300 plus. 300. It's going to need $300 per XRP token minimum. So let that sink in quickly. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to do some little bit of maths right now. Let's just make it simple. 300 times 10,000 is that going to pick up? Is that too bright? You can see that. $3 million. 3 mil. That's Australian too. So if you go off the American one, I'm going off if we're going, that's American 300. That's like $430 Australian. And I don't even think that's XRP actually hitting its targets. I think that's just, I just believe that's base of what it's going to do. If it's transferring like 4 quadrillion, Like, you can imagine how much XRP tokens and how like scarce they're going to be, especially if all the banks are going to be holding them. They don't necessarily, I'm not saying they need to be on that exchange all the time, but if it becomes a scare, that's why they've got that many tokens. So when you're buying tokens, I don't believe at all that the number of the token, if there's a maximum amount of tokens, I don't believe at all that saying that if one token has 10 billion of them and you're saying, oh, it's not scarce enough, so it's not going to be worth it. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true at all. I think fairly the opposite. I think if a token has over 10 billion, they're longing a game. They're here for a long time. They're not going to be. They're not here for 2 weeks down track, and then they're gone, mate. Some of these tokens are going to be around here for a long time. And XRP, the token, not talking about the business. Surely they're going to work hand in hand. And I wouldn't let this Coinbase thing worry you at all, because a lot of these. You're not going to put your main event in the park on day one when everyone's pretty fresh and newly coming into their jobs, especially with how many people are being employed at the moment. They wouldn't do that. I feel like XRP is more of a long game, one they're going to need to really, everyone who works at Coinbase, not that it matters to me. I feel like, I know a lot of people are freaking out about Coinbase. Seriously, don't even worry about Coinbase, because it's not important. In the long game, it's not important. XRP and Ripple are going to do what they're going to do. And I reckon they're going to be a number one coin. I think in 2 years, we're going to see a very different top 10. I think some of the ones that are a bit lower are going to come up. And I think some of the big ones that are there now, who haven't been hitting targets, who haven't been doing what they're saying they're going to do, are going to fall out the sky and fall hard. So hard. And a lot of people are going to get a shock. A lot of people are going to liquidate out of their positions in these coins, and they're going to pop themselves in the good ones and pump the coin. And pump the real deals as they should have been in the first place. But, in the crypto game, we've got to kind of leave our morals and leave your morals at the door, because really we need to just look at facts. And I'm going to leave you with this thought. The banks are going to win. It doesn't matter about if you think a token's going to be this or that. The banks are going to win, hands down. It doesn't matter about anything else. So don't be stressing and thinking, oh yeah, I'm not going to name any tokens, but let's say Yada Yada token is going to be doing this and this. They only have 4 million supply. They're rare. They're not worth a thing, It doesn't matter about supply at the minute. But I think we're going to see a very different 5 to 10 years. And XRP, the token, is going to be worth... It's like buying property in 1920. It's that exact same opportunity that my great-grandfathers probably would have had, that maybe didn't take that opportunity. And I had my opportunity to buy Bitcoin in 2011, 2012, and I didn't. And I'm paying for it now. But I won't make that same mistake again. And XRP, like, I do hold a number of tokens, but I feel like the XRP protocol is actually going to dominate number one spot. And when the banks and everyone's using this token just to transfer alone, not even like on your MasterCard or Visa, you might need Ripple. Mate, mind-blowing amounts, Anyway, guys, that's all I had time for today, Crypto Kings. I just want to get that out and say what you might need in XRP. I think anything over 10,000 XRP, if you can gather that together, is just gonna help you further down the track in this new world that I think we're marching into. And we'll hope to see you guys on the next one. All right, bye, guys.